So you're thinking of moving to York, South Carolina, and you're wondering what's it gonna really cost? How much is a house? What's the grocery store? How much is that gonna hit my pocket? Can I afford to live in York, South Carolina? If that's the questions you want answered, stay tuned, and I'm gonna get into it. Hi, I'm Joe McIntosh with eXp Realty, and welcome to another episode of the Carolina Salute, where we cover everything Charlotte. Every day, I get phone calls and texts from people just like you. So if you're looking to move to the Charlotte area and you've got questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Today's episode, we're gonna cover cost of living right here in York, South Carolina, and let you know how your pocket's gonna be affected if you choose to live here. Well, what do y'all say? Let's get to it. I'll see you at the first stop. Hey, I'm out in Austin Lakes today, one of the newer and bigger communities here in York. And what I wanted to talk to you about is, hey, median home price. Median home price is gonna be the mid to high threes, and you can buy a brand new home in York for low threes in certain communities. This community starts in the high threes and runs to the mid fours. I mean, it's incredibly hard to find that in the Charlotte market. Within an hour to Charlotte, you can buy a brand new home in the low 300,000s. Right now, the most expensive home on the market in York is listed for $920,000. That's a 6-bed, 4-bath house on 8 acres. So it's just out of the city a little bit. And the least expensive home is gonna be a 1-bed, 1-bath, single-family detached residence, 600 square feet, and it's on the market for under $200,000. Now you're thinking, who's gonna live in that? I get it, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but your cost of housing here is incredibly affordable as people get priced out of big cities. Places like York are somewhere you can come and buy a house and have some community. If land is something you're interested in purchasing, you're thinking you want to buy the lot and then bring in your old builder, hey, that's another option to do here in York. There's lots of land. But just remember, it is going to cost a little bit more than you're probably banking on. That $300,000 house sitting on 5 acres in the country, yeah, that's kind of a fairy tale. That is gone. Prices have exploded since 2020. And sometimes finding that perfect little acreage is easier said than done. You know, this part of the country and this county, we're not cut up into a bunch of little perfect squares. So if you do find some property, please get with me. There is loads to go over when it comes to you buying property, but expect to pay between $40,000 and $100,000 an acre, because we are within an easy shot to York. And so, we are within an easy shot to Charlotte. And so land has gotten very expensive. So please call me. There's a ton to go over in regards to that. Hey, so let's talk a minute about groceries. Where are you gonna go buy groceries? You need food, milk, bread, and cereal. You gotta keep the kids fed, right? Hey, one thing to know, if you're looking for a Whole Foods or Earth Fare or Sprouts, or any sort of grocery store like that, I'm just gonna let you know, hey, does not exist right now in York or Clover or even in Lake Wylie. You can get to Publix in Lake Wylie. You're most likely gonna have to go down to Rock Hill or catch it on the way out of Charlotte, or see if one of the local farms carries a local produce that you're happy with. So just kind of know that. Hey, another thing, just kind of go over some prices. Ground beef's gonna be about $4.99 a pound. Ribeye steaks are gonna be about $14.99 a pound. They've hovered around that for a little while. They're about the same price at Publix and Harris Teeter. Your chicken breast is gonna be about $2.32. That's boneless and skinless. Bread's gonna run you around $3.79 a pound, and milk, depending on what kind and how much, is gonna be $3 to $5 a gallon. You can do Instacart here, so I haven't been to the grocery store to do major grocery shopping in a while. They will bring it to your door, and Walmart will do the same thing also. There's also a Walmart here. There's a Walmart and 2 Food Lions, so those are gonna be your food options, and Walmart might be a little cheaper. You'll just kind of have to see what it is there. So just wanted to let you know, hey, this is food. I got a little video inside. Funny story, was doing this at another one and they kicked me out, so I don't really video inside anymore. Well, hey, we'll continue our cost of living tour here in York, and I'll see you at the next spot. Hey, so let's talk a little bit about utilities. How much is it gonna cost to cut the lights on as you run around and chase the kids and tell them to cut them all off? Hey, power here is pretty inexpensive. Speaking of power, solar's really not a big thing here yet, and a lot of people, there's still some pushback there. So if you were into solar, looking to do solar, you can. You just might have to look a little bit harder for it. Power here is gonna cost you about 14 cents a kilowatt hour, which is 2 to 4 cents less than the national average. National average hovers between 16 and 18 cents. And so your average power bill a month is gonna be about $150 a month. Now with your power bills, your peak times, it's gonna be June through August as it's incredibly hot. Remember I said it gets warm, you're gonna have some hot days, you're gonna be running the AC. And so those months, you might have to budget a little bit more as you crank the AC down to keep it nice and comfortable. And then again, hey, in the wintertime, our coldest months, December through January, as you heat the house, you usually don't have to worry about super freezing temps, but every now and again we get a cold snap. And so you're gonna wanna make sure, hey, the beginning of summer, get your AC checked and serviced because that thing's gonna be pumping. And make sure you get your heater serviced also because you don't wanna be without. Because believe me, when that temperature drops, everybody is doing the same thing, trying to go get their units serviced. Water here, water's not bad. York water's a little bit cheaper than Clover water, and you're gonna have a connection fee of basically $26, $22 a month. So regardless of how much water you use, you're gonna pay $26 a month for your water service. Water's really not bad unless you're like me. I've got 3 women with incredibly long hair, so you can't base your water bills off of mine. Mine's really expensive because I gotta wash all that hair. Another thing to know, hey, I talked about land a little bit. As you get out into land, you're not gonna be on city services. You probably will not have trash, and you're gonna be on well and septic. So just kind of know and understand that. I want property, I wanna be away and out from people. You're not gonna have city services. Speaking of trash, what is really cool here, especially in York County and a lot of other places in South Carolina, is we've got like little mini recycle and trash centers. So you can bring your trash down, you can bring all your Amazon boxes down. You don't have to cut them up and try to put them in your trash can. Just load them up, take them down to the recycle center, or you got a brand new TV, or you're throwing away a couch or big stuff. You don't have to figure it out like, where do I take this stuff? Who do I call to come pick it up? Just take it down to the recycle center and they'll hook you up. So that's all about utilities, guys. Stay with me as we continue our tour and talk about the cost of living here in York, South Carolina. So one of the most popular things that a lot of people really like about moving to South Carolina and like about York County is gonna be the tax environment. It's one of the best in the country. Our property taxes are low. Your county average here is gonna be 0.65%. Yours could be a little higher, it could be a little lower, but to figure out what you're gonna pay in taxes that year, take your purchase price times 0.65%, and that's what your property taxes are. Another really cool thing that York County has done, you may have heard me say this in other videos, the most your home can appreciate as far as the tax assessor is concerned in a 5-year period is gonna be 15%. The next time homes are gonna be assessed will be 2025, and I am expecting property taxes to go up some because the area has had incredible appreciation. Now, the next thing I wanna cover a little bit is vehicles. Hey, when you first get here, you're gonna have an IMF fee on your vehicle, and it's gonna cost you $250. And then after that, it's just normal. One thing to remember is you're gonna have to pay the county taxes. You're gonna have to go down to the tax assessor's office or call them, figure that part out, pay the taxes on your vehicle, and then go to the DMV to get your new stickers for your vehicle. So there's a little bit on taxes. Also, hey, How much is it going to cost to insure your home? Homeowners insurance prices have exploded around the country, especially if you're coming out of Florida. You'll be happy to hear the county average here is $1,805. I spoke to somebody in Florida and just a basic condo was paying $5,000 a year for homeowners insurance. So your cost to live and taxes here is gonna be less. More money is gonna go into your pocket. Hey, so one cost that I know a lot of parents are worried about and really is a concern is gonna be childcare, early childhood education, daycare, preschool. I wish I could tell you it's super affordable here. I wish I could tell you, hey, you're gonna come here and save a ton of money on childcare. You're not. It's incredibly expensive. It's $800 to $2,000 a month, depending on the facility, what they provide, and where it is. York is a little bit smaller. You might have to get into Lake Wylie to find childcare. And one thing to remember, once you find out you're moving, get on the list. You'll talk to a lot of people and you'll ask them, hey, where's your child at? And they'll probably most likely tell you that's who had space. The child development centers and the preschools are full and they're working at max capacity. So if you would like to open one, that would be a killer business because there's definitely a need. Nobody anywhere has space to take new children. Double check on the preschool for District 1. It may or may not be free. Those things have just changed. So this is York County District 1 is your school district. I know York District 2 has free preschool, so just double check your times and everything there to see if York District 1 offers the same thing. So that's everything to do with child care. Remember, once you know you're moving, call, get on the list. So what have y'all thought about the price of living right here in York, South Carolina? Hope I provided you a few things you need to know. If you've got more questions, please call me. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Until next time, thanks for watching another episode of the Carolina Salute. Y'all have a good one.